I'ma show them how to act.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First carry now for Jordan Howard. A very good, but for a short gain out near the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball to the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And it's fielded at the 34. Powers ahead at the 45.
Return team.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Bridgewater on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down, Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain. But and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Christian Jones, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Bridgewater now on second down. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. On third down, Bridgewater. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They go play action here on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And, oh, it's blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
But there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. First and 10, it's Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. Deion Sims is tight end, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Trubisky with a give to Howard. Oh, what a juke into space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Another nice run there by Jordan Howard. And when we talk about fresh legs, how about 2016? Jordan Howard, the #2 rookie rusher. Heck, the #2 rusher in the NFL behind another rookie, Ezekiel Elliott.
In the first 3 weeks of the season, he only had 12 carries. So once week 4 hit, really found his groove. On first, they go right back to Howard. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
It's Marcus Wheaton now to return it. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. One of my favorite safeties in the league is Harrison Smith. His ability to support in the run game, as we just saw there, that's key, but also can cover deep as well.
On second down, here's Trubisky. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here's Pat O'Donnell to punt in his 4th year from Miami, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. A first down throw for Bridgewater. He completes it right side to White. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. First carry now for the rookie, Dalvin Cook. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Again, it's Howard. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
On third down, Trubisky. On the right side, this is Miller. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now Trubisky to throw. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the shotgun is Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Zach Miller, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 23 yards on the play.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Throwing, Bridgewater. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play. To the air again with Bridgewater. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Forbath will put this one through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Now Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Jordan Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Now let's go. Green 39.
This is Howard on second down. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And now running right through it. It's caught, Jeremy Langford. That good for 22 and a first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in the bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Anthony Barr coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Trubisky will throw. And they'll let it go deep for Cruz. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Getting set to go here, Teddy Bridgewater and company marches back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Play action now. Bridgewater. And a throw right sideline is complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now Bridgewater. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bridgewater again. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. The quick slant caught. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And he's able to put it through.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On second down, Trubisky. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. A reminder with halftime approaching, when we get there, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
And I hope he's iced down his throat because he's got a lot to get through because we've had no shortage of points scored in the first half.
It has been a fun track meet. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Floyd in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Trubisky to throw. And Miller with it over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They go screenplay to Langford. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jeremy Langford hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's White. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. First down, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second down now after the pass completion. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be second down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is take. is 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw, Bridgewater. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And he's able to find Diggs. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Give him 16 yards on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Bridgewater going deep for Diggs. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Play fake. Bridgewater. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there, because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Bridgewater to throw it. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. And again, it's Bridgewater. He hits White, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 14 yards there on the pickup. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Bridgewater on first down. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Bucky Hodges, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, They go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Flush to his right, and he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Langford again. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd down, Trubisky checks it underneath to Langford. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
This is Langford on 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They keep it on the ground with Langford. Despite the heavy running, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try to run for the first with Langford. Fighting through, and he's got space. 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jeremy Langford with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. They were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go.
2nd down, Bridgewater. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
All right, Brandon, Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90!
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got Miller. The 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They'll run here with Langford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jeremy Langford with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Bears have broken the tie. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dan Skuda from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Let's go!
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. Flushed out right to the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll be a Minnesota 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Now Forbath for the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So now a glance at Jeremy Langford. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the third, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3. Now in search. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Kendall Wright, 77 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question is, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Play action now. Bridgewater. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the corner, Tremaine Brock. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. On 2nd down, Langford. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the 1st down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up 2 scores.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 23 yards on the play. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Forbath out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Play action. It's Trubisky. He's going to sling this deep down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. Why people are really happy about those picks? Any fantasy team that has this defense.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. 1st down, Bridgewater. Oh, no, he lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Bridgewater again. Flush to his right. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And that score gives us our 6th lead change of the game.
Are we back on the playground on the seesaw?
A little seesaw battle, yeah.
Up and down, up and down. What a game we've watched here.
It's been fun. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I like that about Trubisky. Has some calm in the pocket, some good presence, despite the fact only 13 starts in his college career and an entirely different style of offense. Remember, he played that spread stuff while at North Carolina.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Anthony Barr in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And some room. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Bridgewater now. Escaping the... And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quentin Demps. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. Here it's 3rd and 2. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky dumps it into the flat to Langford. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Trubisky to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. That one good for 33 and a 1st. Clock running here under 90 seconds to go. Now it's Trubisky. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. Here's Trubisky. Fighting to stay upright. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They start the drive with Cook, and he'll work his way forward up to the 22. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They run it again with Cook, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. On the carry, it's Cook. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. On 2nd down, Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there.
Let's go. Tiger.
The Vikings will go for it. Bridgewater. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And
I come here today to talk about how I feel. And I feel like that we are treated differently than other people.